I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't replace.
It's not in the case of anybody.
That's why I spend my life with you.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You're here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. So it's more to unpack in regards to Carlos King Messy Monday clear up video, and I'm going to be trying to unpack that all today. So if you guys haven't watched my first video in regards to the Messy Monday's lies and the debunking of it all, that long 41-minute video, y'all head over there and check out that video because it's necessary to watch, in my opinion, in order to follow the rest of these videos breaking down that video. In that video, I basically called out his intentions behind making that video and how he didn't necessarily stick up for Mel or add any clarity to the situation, which is very on brand for Carlos King, let's be honest. But it looks like Mel's manager, Miss Dawn Michelle, responded over on her Instagram, and she may not be responding to Carlos King, but just giving words of encouragement to the mellometers, because people do continuously gaslight and try to manipulate the situation, which is why I'm going to be using this video as a part 2 to prove everything that I was saying in that part 1 video. So Miss Dawn Michelle posted over on her Instagram story, "Hey y'all, remember to keep your ugly cute." Wee! Lord knows, man, I need Miss Dawn Michelle as a mentor because I just feel like she speaks to my soul sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, just remember that. Keep that ugly cute, girl, because I know, girl, it get real ugly around these parks, okay? It can get real ugly real quick. I like Miss Dawn Michelle. She really a good hood gem, but very eloquent and elegant. I always like those type of women. You know what I'm saying? The chameleons of the world. Highly, highly educated, but understand multiple walks of life. All right, so let's see what Miss Dawn gonna teach us today. She also says, carry on. Don't worry about the gaslighting, innuendo, and rock throwers who hide their hands, false narratives, and the rigmarole. Rigmarole. Because y'all know, the last time Miss Dawn Michelle said that wasn't really in my vocabulary, okay? I'm going to be real with y'all. And y'all was trying to tell me that y'all heard it been said a lot often growing up. But she said the false narratives and the rigmarole in between. Thank you to all the supporters, dope content creators who rock with the team, rain, sleet, or snow. Remember, we're all imperfect, so continue to pray for your enemies. Let's watch our own steps, okay? Represent yourselves as if God is orchestrating your next level up. Y'all are too smart to fall for the okie doke. Stay woke and be kind, okay? She said be kind, y'all. Ooh, it's like I got a little hand tapping. Don't be out there showing your ass now. And Miss Dawn Michelle, I just want to let you know, it don't matter how kind you try to be to these hoes. I'm going to still take your advice and I'm going to be kind. But this is an example of why I don't like to be kind to these hoes. Look at this. But I didn't even curse her ass out like I wanted to. So this person got in my comment section and she said, "Hello, ma'am. I'm sorry there are some mellometers, mellow nuts, or mellometers, nuts, lunatics, or whatever you want to call yourselves or themselves. There is a member in my family who is a diehard Melodies fan. They have done a lot." She also says, "Do we try to stop that person? Hell yes." She also says, "You are saying a lot without proof," says the hoe that gets in my comment section and tell me everything that her family member has done without telling me everything her family member has done, right? So she says that she's a lunatic and she's a diehard Melody fan and she's done a lot and has her family tried to stop the hoe that done a lot, who I don't believe is a mellometer, because mellometers don't even be moving like that. Yet here she go accusing me of doing the shit that she's doing. But my video actually has proof, okay? That's the thing. My shit really got proof. But anyways, okay, so she says, "You are saying a lot without proof." Some of your bloggers are just as bad as the behind the computer screen thugs. And by the way, the Scots have fans. Social media are bringing out their mentally unstable people. And sooner or later, someone will get hurt or worse, okay? Rhonda, I don't know if that's a threat or what, girl. Why you up here looking like somebody's Sesame Street character with that big bird ass swiggly line hairstyle on your head, okay? So I responded and I said, what's your family member's social media name, ... YouTube/Instagram. I also said, we gonna call them out because I want it to be clear. I don't believe these things are happening, right? Real millimeters are not okay with that. They don't got that type of time. That's just really how I feel. But when it comes to Mill's baby mama, that's a different story because he's absolutely batshit crazy and insane. And that's a war that we always are going to go back to back behind because that's how this all started. The fact that y'all are protecting an abuser is ultimately what we have always called out. But I don't know why people keep skating past that. So I also said, we're going to call them out, LOL. I said, you said they have done a lot without stating what they've done. So you came over here stating a lot without ... proof, ? Show the proof, name the family member. And she got in the comment section and did everything but name the family member and or anything that they have done that has been crazy in which the family had tried to stop them. So I can't take this person word for it, just like I can't take any of the other people word for it because they're all fucking liars. They keep saying things and don't have anything to back it up and or have any proof like I'm about to have in this video. So when y'all see this hoe, just ask her, what's the family member name so we can hold them accountable, because that's who I believe the millimeters are. The millimeters hold each other accountable, right? And if y'all not willing to drop the names, we can't hold them accountable. So they don't exist and that's not true and you are lying. Something I thought that was interesting in the video that Carlos King did about Messy Monday and Heavenly in regards to why they're not doing it anymore is him talking about Heavenly's mental health and her not wanting to do it anymore because of her mental health, and the fact that he supports her and care about not just her mental health but his entire cast mental health. And this is the biggest contradiction of anything that he said in that video, considering one of the videos that I'm going to show you guys in this video is Mel deeply expressing to him, and this is not the first time that she's done this, deeply expressing to him, like literally she pulled it from the depths of her soul to explain to him how she almost felt like leaving because of the chaos from her baby mama, a man that's convicted of trying to release revenge P on her, right? He's literally going through the pits of hell to try to get back at her. She is expressing this to him and he did nothing, right? This is one interview, and then you see them having another interview at his live podcast where he invited the Mellometers just to turn around and bash us. So is he somebody that really care about the mental health of not only his friends but his entire cast?
Unfortunately, there is a dark side to some of the people who watch these shows, okay? And they're not a large amount of people. They're large in terms of the amount of time they have to disrupt people, but they're not large in numbers. I would say at the most it's 10 people, child, and that's what it is. But it feels like a lot of people who feel the need to call people's jobs or call advertisers or brands and businesses they're affiliated with to try to get them fired or just disrupt them. And that's what happened to Dr. Heavenly. But she did call me and say, there's people calling my job and this is too much. And not only are people calling my job, you know, we interviewed some of your cast members and I'm hearing they're having beef and they're calling me. And she said, Carlos, this is too much for me. And we made the decision to take a break from Messy Monday because I care about her mental health like I do my cast.
Let me know if you guys remember this. A while ago, Mel posted over on her story, I'm so sad I missed this. I was asked to host this Atlanta event, but it literally turned it down because I was told I had to work that Saturday only to determine it was an event I wouldn't dare attend with the presence of another. It also says, and everyone knew this. I then decided I wouldn't miss any other opportunities holding a date. I'm walking in my purpose and doing and operating in my gifts, not waiting, not holding my breath, not declining. The mental spiral, all of this cause literally resulted in me having to take a mental break for a week. I just couldn't. I had even turned down Super Bowl events I was booked for, holding a date to my talented friend. I promise I have you on the next gig. That event turned out to be Nostradamus Lovers and Friends event. Mind you, this event was after Martel was arrested for Revenge P, or trying to release Revenge P out on Melody, which he's now convicted for. And if I'm not mistaken, there was already a protective order for him to stay away from Melody at this time of the Lovers and Friends event. Did Carlos King care about Melody's mental health then?
Like I do anybody. When you come to me with a problem, I always try to solve it or resolve it, right?
Myself trying to walk a line that's as narrow as possible to not confuse. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, just because we are here in this thing together and I can speak to you, hey, how are you doing? And keep it moving doesn't mean, oh, she spoke to me in this thing today. I got a chance. You know what I'm saying? It makes it tough, if I can be honest. It makes it tough to be real with you, dealing with just the imbalance of it all. And, you know, you guys see, as you saw tonight, you know, this whole thing of him wanting to walk me to my car, and he has a conversation with Kimmy, right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna listen. I should have listened, you know. But then you're also doing other things that are constantly trying to break me and tear me down behind the thing. That's that inability to separate reality TV and reality. But I see it all. To be real with you, that has been one of the things, Carlos, at times that have made me feel like I want to walk away.
Really? From the show?
Yeah.
You never said that to me.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't have mattered as we see now. This was an interview that he did with Melody a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, before this season that we're watching right now. If I'm not mistaken, these were the promo interviews for the last season. So this happened in the beginning of last season. And if you look at this face, this doesn't seem like the face of concern, but the face of excitement. It's almost as if he knew, okay, so my plan is kind of working, so let's just keep pushing and doing it and adding a little bit more to it. That's how it looks to me, because this was an interview that was housed like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And look at everything that he's done since. And not to mention the Lovers and Friends event. Here Mel is sitting here expressing to him how she felt, how hard it was, the things he's doing behind the scenes. And yet he tells her she had to work that day and be in the same room with a person that she had a protective order out on, who was at the time arrested and now convicted. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it can become a lot. And the fact
he said he was the type of person that cared about mental health in his cast. If that was true, then he would see Mel's baby mama Martel is clearly not well, and his mental health needs to be studied. He needs help. He would take Mel's baby mama's actions a lot more serious, and he would also consider Mel and what she's going through a lot more. It's almost like, well, if you don't like it, get off the show. That's his solution for Melody, rather than not continuing to reward the abusive personality on the show that's not just doing it to Melody, but other people.
The matter is, I do have 4 children with this person. And I'm having time when I'm showing up to work for Kingdom Reign and Oprah Winfrey Network, and they're constantly doing things for show and for TV, but it's real life. And it's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want the world to know, I know it's been tough for you because you and I do talk. And we have some great conversations about that. And that's why, to your point, we make sure that you are in a position to where no one's telling you what to do or where to be if you don't want to be there. Because Because at the end of the day, and I don't think people understand this the way that I do because of what I've done in terms of my career. You guys are the first divorced couple to continue to have the same space on the show.
Which is the only thing that he cares about. This is the only thing that he cares about. He cares about creating a lane for himself where he has housed two divorced couples in the same show or on the same show in the same setting, not actually caring about the mental health and the well-being of both parties, considering Mel's baby mama is not well, and considering Melody is having to have her back being against the wall, or she got her back against the wall each and every time there's a scene or something going on regarding Mel's baby mama, and he's always doing shit behind the scenes.
Whereas on other shows, once you're divorced, bye, and then you can move on. Obviously, in real life, you still co-parent, but if you have kids together. But you guys are the first couple in the history of reality television to have to coexist in the same space on the show where you start off being married, and how it can be difficult because, like you said, because I'm doing, listen, I'm living my reality. Yes, I'll throw you an event, Kimmy. All right, I know we're filming a show, so Martel, okay, whatever, we get that. But then it's like, don't take advantage of us being in a space to where before these cameras were here, you and I just don't have that rapport at this moment. She came to me and said, us recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville was affecting her.
Yeah.
And when people think you are giving him a hard time, I do agree with you that people don't know. And even I sometimes call you like, are you okay? Are you good? Or whatever. Because when you're co-parenting with somebody, every day there's something different. Yeah. And I think people get lost in what you said. And it's funny because you would think I would be able to articulate it, but you did it so wonderfully. People are only seeing what they see on the show. So when people say, you can't keep a friend. You so mean, be nice. Stop being this. Y'all are not seeing the full scope of what was happening prior to us even filming. And Dr. Heavenly, as you know, can take anything. And I never seen her talk this way. Did you say that she had a problem with you attending Martel's event with Shari?
Well, anybody connected to Martel. And, it's just kind of like an insinuation of that's a problem,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wasn't on my interview. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
So
I can't control what people do. And I also want to say this. You should not place blame on anybody for other people's behaviors.
The meters.
Okay, people are grown. Don't blame any of my cast members for other people's behavior.
Mel is just deflecting. She's talking about controlling my mom instead of taking accountability for her fans.
People are grown. Okay, when the insurrectionists stormed the Capitol on January 6th, they went to jail.
Oh, she had a good point about her crazy, deplorable fans.
Because you have to be responsible for your own actions. Y'all should never, ever blame any human being for what other people are doing. Don't blame my cast members for the behavior of other people.
So how can I control them and you can't even control your mother-in-law?
But she can control them. They listen to her.
I think
but she haven't even tried to. That's the thing.
These people are grown. And if you do something like that, you are disgusting. I'm just saying, if that's the case, Miss Betty, Miss Wanda, it's disgusting to sit up here and watch a show and take it so far as to call people's place of employment harassing them.
Oh, Shari, honey. Shari, how are you affording your new house? It seems like this is a multi-million-dollar house. What do you do for money?
Stand up here by the stop sign, but you would think if she was rich and fabulous,
trying to get them fired, trying to get them removed off billings. That's not okay. And that shit has to stop.
Yeah. I don't know the other lady, the baboon.
If any of my raindrops would ever do anything like that, or anything I'm associated with, you guys need to stop. I don't play that with anybody in my life.
Whenever Destiny's house was filmed and in her closet and her baby's toys and all that, what was my response to that? He was like, oh, you did not like that at all. I said, oh, okay. Thank you. That's what I needed to know. And you trying to bring up a blogger to me, talking about like as if I'm cool with them and they went in your house and filmed yourself. I said, baby, you hanging with somebody who sent him super chats every week. What you talking about?
Okay, my raindrops like to throw shade and keep it pushing. Every goddamn they throw it at me. But if my raindrop did something, I'm not responsible for what my raindrops do.
She's talking about controlling my mom instead of taking accountability for her fans.
At all. So We have to hold people accountable who are actually doing these disgusting things.
Because all the Melody fans kept calling her office.
And you guys are crossing the line. And in order for Dr. Heavenly to protect her mental health, that was a piece of it. And she decided to walk away from it for the time being.
Because I don't want to be a reality TV blogger. I don't. When my man, if he thinks enough of something to tell me something or tell me to stop doing something, I stop. Because if he said it.
So I sat around all those months wondering, I know it's out there though, but I mean, they flying and stuff, but I mean, I don't know, but it's out there. And lo and behold, Carlos, after talking to you about prayer and letting God show you. Yeah, but he did. And it wasn't me. I didn't make a call. You know, if you have a warrant and you go to certain places trying to get certain things, that pops up. And that's what happened.
I know we're all like laughing and joking. We're having a good time. And I do love that. But I really want the world to know how deep this is for you, because at the end of the day, Melody, this is a man who proposed to you on your college graduation day. You have 4 kids by this man. And obviously you were madly in love. You guys were a power couple. You guys were a power couple in the city. You guys built this foundation and your kids are wonderful. Did you ever think, Melody, in a million years that your life would end up this way, to where you would even have to do that to somebody who's the father of your kids? Like, were there moments of like, you know?
Never would have imagined that. But I will say, along the way, the telltale signs became present. And especially hindsight is everything, right? So sometimes when you get out of a situation, you're able to reflect and see clearly maybe the things you missed or that you overlooked or you didn't pay attention to. And so when I look back at it now and see how he handled other situations with other people, the lack of maturity, you know, just the inability to just be a full-blown man, you know, where it's like, you know what, we didn't work out, but you know what? I'm going to leave her alone because I messed up. It is what it is, right? Let me just leave her alone. I never thought that I would be wishing that I had my children by somebody else. And that's where I am. And I've shared that, you know, with my family, like, dang, like, why I ain't had these kids by somebody else? Because it just keeps going and it's just going and it's just going. And it's like, when is enough enough? And when do we stop funding the madness? That's the other piece of it. Like, when do we stop funding the madness? When does, you know, I'm doing this interview with you, Carlos, but I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't remember the last time I sat down and even did an interview. Like, real talk. So I film for the show, but I'm not out here thinking of ways to degrade people and come at people and everybody interview me so I can talk down about everybody. I ain't on that kind of time. Too short. So much in my purpose to be focusing on that's not my focus. So when I have this person that continuously attacks, it becomes a lot. And I don't know if you know that, but fortunately this networks, I have my own therapist. She's here tonight in the audience. Dominique is somewhere in here, but OWN gives us therapists as well. And so I've had conversations with them too, you know, about where I am and how I'm feeling. I will say this, one thing that you did do is anytime I had a scene, you made sure security was there. So I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Yeah, the thing is this. I always want to make sure that anybody who's associated with the kingdom feels safe. Yeah. And that feels and looks differently for every person, right? Mm-hmm. This is a tough job to have. Being on TV, exposing your real life is tough. The things that's in the press right now is one of my producers married.
And then they proceed to make it seem as if Mel's fans are all deplorables who are, you know, like a cult-like following. And I'm just like, I wish y'all would stop signing that to just the millimeters, because I think the people that are fans of this show all the ways around are toxic and are standing and doing too much, whether they're a fan of Mel's or not. There are a lot of people that do not like Melody that have proceeded to stalk y'all, pop up on y'all, dig deep into y'all past. Like, people have done all kind of shit, whether they like Mel or not, as it pertains to the fandom in this show. So to continue to act like it's only Mel's fans that are doing these things, I think that's a way for y'all to continue to blame Mel for everything that y'all have done since season 1.
You know, Carlos is doing his live podcast. The first stop is here in Huntsville. Yeah, I mean, it should be fun, but he has Mel as a special guest. So he's been like, talking about the millimeters and the raindrops. I would not be in the building, especially not without the invitation. But I'm not trying to be around the millimeters at all, because it's just a group of evil females, and they're middle-aged females that's very unhappy in life.
No, I think they're a little older than middle-aged. I have never seen such a toxic group of people. I feel like it's a group of broken women.
Yeah.
The people that have critical thinking ability, they actually don't get on the internet and make those type of comments.
It's not about fans. So it ain't about nobody but me and what I want to convey, put out, whatever.
Okay,
you know
so you're doing this purposefully to what? Hurt?
It's like she went low and I went lower.
Some people, they like Mel for a different reason.
I do not care what those followers think. To me, they're just a group of deplorables.
Gotcha.
All right?
Right.
They're brainless, foolish people that follow someone that ignore all facts. He said that, I'm going to buy another shirt. Go buy her shirts.
Yes.
Spend all your money and all your kids' money making Mel a multi-billionaire. I don't care. Some people, some content creators are going to do a season-wide blackout of the show. A season-wide blackout. They're upset about something with the show, and they're doing a season-wide blackout. And I feel like in that moment, I was kind of thinking, and I don't know the spirit of the Lord, but 3 words came to my mind. And those 3 words are batshit crazy. Like, these motherfuckers are batshit crazy. They're calling people to boycott a show? Like a television, a reality TV show? Batshit crazy. And FYI, guys, some of the people, you don't understand how I feel. In particular about, like, millimeters. I don't give a fuck about them. I hate every one of them. Every motherfucking one of them, right? And here's the thing. Like, if they don't support my business, right? I never want a fucking dime from them. I never want them to go to business. If I see them in here, I'll put them out, right? And if they're buying, if they can't come, I don't want them in black. I never want to see them. I never want to buy a shirt. I never want to buy anything from me. So I'm happy when they say, I'm not going to do this little verso. I'm like, oh, thank you, shit. I hate. And if they tell everybody about it, I don't want anybody that's willing to listen to them motherfuckers to come here, right? And here's the beautiful thing, guys. I want you guys to understand something about God. He put you in positions where you literally don't need people, right? I think God has to do that. Unless these millimeters, unless these people are going to buy a fucking hotel, how you going to stop me, boo? What are you going to do? But, oh my God, I'm just sitting back listening, and I'm looking at it, I'm reading, and I'm like, these motherfuckers are crazy. Like, they're literally out of their minds. They're boycotting television shows. They think that the bloggers, they think bloggers are... I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see them ratings and see how bad they're going to look, and they're going to be like, they have no power. None. People don't understand data analytics. When they think the show's ratings are down, that's probably because the NFL and college football are doing it at the same goddamn time. But
I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. 'Cause the love you give, you can't
It's not in the sense of purpose. It's not in the
That's why